one is actually talking to Krishna, experience Krishna's direct presence. And Prabhupada says here, one should eat food that has been offered to Krishna. So one should actually, also at one's home, all the food that one is cooking should be offered to Krishna, and then one should eat. Very simple. We do not say you should stop eating. No. What we say, continue eating, but before you eat, simply offer the food to Krishna first before you eat it, and then eat remnants of food that has been offered to Krishna. You'll experience a dramatic difference if you're not already practicing it. It will be food, eating from being something sensual and something worldly, it will become actually a spiritual practice. One will actually become enlightened simply by eating. It's such a powerful thing. And one should have an altar at home with pictures of Krishna, pictures of the line of gurus and like that. And then do some worship or some meditation in front of that, or sing something little every day. I mean, we have a whole booklet on how to practice Krishna consciousness in any situation. We have it in Danish up here, and there are also books in English and in English right here. But it's simple practices that one does every day. The traditional Vedic culture actually is that one has some spiritual practice like that in the morning when one gets up. First thing one gets up, one gets up early, takes a bath, shower, cleans oneself, put on clean clothes, and then does some spiritual practice, some Krishna conscious practice, chanting, reading, and so on. And also before one goes to bed like that, then one also has something reading, something artic, singing, so on, and then goes to bed thinking of Krishna. And then all the rest of the activities one is doing during the day, one should do for Krishna's satisfaction. One goes to work, one makes money, one has duties like that, maintains one's family, whatever. So that should be done instead of doing it for myself, then I should do it. I do it for Krishna. I have my family, for example. I have my children. Instead of thinking these are my children, no, these are Krishna's children. So I'm taking care of the children here for Krishna's satisfaction. There's no change in the external activity, but it's a different meditation. And that practice of Krishna consciousness is what Krishna is hinting to here. That will actually enable one to control the mind, control the senses, and actually be on the spiritual platform always, all the time. There's no practice of Krishna consciousness is not depending on any circumstance. It can be practiced anywhere, and actually generally said, one should not change one's external circumstance. Of course, if one is engaged in very sinful activities, even for maintenance, for example, if one one's job is as a butcher at a slaughterhouse, maybe one should get a different job. But otherwise, if one has a regular, honest job like that, that's fine. Just add Krishna to your life wherever you are, and that will everything will come from there. The mind will get under control. That's the least. One actually will become fully absorbed in Krishna, which is the highest perfection of yoga practice. So, so it's, again, the verse was here. It is undoubtedly very difficult to curb the restless mind, but it is possible by suitable practice and by detachment. So it's been offered to us, this practice, this Krishna consciousness, been offered by the gurus, Guru Parampara, by the spiritual masters and so on. And it's just, we can all adopt it wherever we are and become completely Krishna conscious, spiritually realized souls, which is what is the goal of the Bhagavad Gita. There's 1 minute for one question. At 6 o'clock, Madhava Shraya will answer questions for half an hour today. We only have half an hour for question and answer in Madhava Shraya in the other room. We're a little tight on time today. Is there any one question here before Kirtan? Oscar.
It seemed quite. You spoke of this story about Edison who was working, inventing, and by his excitement he was able to control his mind. So maybe should we also become inventors, and by the excitement we can control our minds?
You should at least invent how to, apply the devotional service in your life properly. Don't invent it independently, but by through the instruction of the experienced devotees and guidance of the acharyas and so on. But then you should become very excited about it. And one should be excited. One should put one's enthusiasm into practice. We shouldn't be half-hearted, lukewarm. We should throw ourselves with enthusiasm into practice of devotional service. Yes, that we should do. And that's possible. We can do it. And if we just act enthusiastically, we may not feel it, but we act like enthusiastically. And then the result is actually we also become, by acting, by pretending as if we're enthusiastic, suddenly we feel actually we become it naturally. So, yeah, okay. Madhava looks very patient. Jai, so we have Kirtan now for the next 20 minutes.
And you will lead?
I will lead, okay.
Jai.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone for coming. So more came during the class. Please everyone take all the pillows aside and the chairs, put them aside, and then we will sing and dance for the pleasure of the Lord.